I welcome you to today's music lesson that we shall be learning music terms and symbols. In the past 11 lessons, we have learned progressively to a point whereby you can write a melody that can be performed. And to perform any written melody, you're required to understand some musical terms and symbols that are used when performing. The music terms and symbols are used to denote particular forms of tempo, particular dynamics of performance, and particular style of performance. Most of the time, as you realize, is that these musical terms are written in Latin or Italian, but we always translate them in our languages that we understand better, like English. For example, I'll give you an example and then we shall look at other terms. For example, you have a term like largo. Largo means very slow. At a very slow pace. We usually compare the largo performance with the mode of walking of a chameleon. Very slow. Ta. Ta. Very slow, at a very slow pace. Perhaps we are performing a music in time 4/4. We may be very slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We shall use metronome to understand those paces more better. When you use your metronome, the paces are as usually as low as below 65 meter. 65 meter. Very slow. There is another tempo known as lento. It is more faster than largo. More faster than largo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then lento, it is not very fast, but it is slow. Adagio, it's another tempo term denoting a slow pace, but slow at ease. Not as slow as lento and largo, and not at walking pace. That is, it is not like at walking pace. At walking pace is andante. Andante is at walking pace, just like the marching of the military parade. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We shall learn more. As you are going to learn is that we are learning these tempo terms as we progress down the tempo value. From slowest, we shall go up to the fastest. So I would like us to look at these terms that denote tempo. Now, the terms that denote tempo are as follows, and we shall start from the slowest to the fastest. Largo, as I'd already told you earlier, this is very slow. When you use the metronome meter to measure, we count it at 50. Very slow, as you see in the metronome. Lento, it is low at around 65, but not as low as largo. Adagio means moderately slow, but at ease. Not slow like lento. Andante is at walking pace. Andantino, it is slightly faster than andante at around the pace of 105. Moderato, it is moderately faster than andantino. Then we have allegro. Allegro means fast. The meter, we calculate it from 120. And then we have allegretto, very fast. We have vivace, that means very fast and quick. There is now this other one called presto. Presto is very, very fast. In any pace with a meter of beyond 150. No, any pace above the meter of 150. Then again, we have another very important term that I would like you to know is a tempo. In case you're performing a piece of music that has several movements, that is a slower pace, perhaps andante, and then allegro fast. At some point you may see the writer of the melody or the music. Perhaps you write the music yourself. You write somewhere a tempo above the score, just above the scale. A tempo means get back to the original movement. Get back to the original pace. So it means, a tempo means you move from allegro to andante. The music is initially andante. You have gone to allegro movement. A tempo means you get back to andante. Then there are terms that are used to denote dynamics of performance. And these are piano and forte. Let us first start with these two very basic ones. These denote the degree of softness or loudness of music. Loudness or softness of the performance of the music. And there are several degrees. There are like 3 degrees in these performances. For example, in piano, let's look at the degrees in piano. We say that piano, written as P, means soft. What if it is written 2 P's? PP means very soft. What if we write 3 P's? This is the 3rd degree of softness. Very, very soft. The same case applies to the term forte. Now the term forte, F, it means loud. But there are several degrees of loudness, 3 degrees of loudness. Now forte, F, denoted by 1 F. Double F, it is very loud. Now, another 3rd degree of loudness with triple F is very, very loud. But both of them also, we have a moderate way of performing the softness or the loudness of the music. We use the prefix mezzo. So we use the prefix mezzo on either of them. So on denoting the moderacy of performance of these dynamics, we use the term mezzo. In either of them, we can use mezzo piano, we can use mezzo forte, and they're usually written MF. It means mezzo forte, meaning moderately loud. What if in the music score it is written MP, mezzo piano? It means moderately soft. As you've already seen, that these are terms that we use to denote various degrees of softness or loudness of music. Crescendo and diminuendo. Crescendo could be represented by just mere cres or dim for diminuendo. Diminuendo, we could call it discrescendo. The same, they denote the dynamic of performance. Let us look at crescendo. Crescendo means gradually getting louder. And we use this symbol to represent it. This symbol. I know you've seen that symbol in mathematics. To show that it starts softly and then gets softly louder, 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 and that way. We also have this other term, diminuendo, gradually getting softer. It is represented by this symbol. Loud, 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 soft, 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 as it diminishes. So basically, those are the terms that we use to denote the various degrees of loudness or softness of music. That is the dynamics of performance. There are symbols that denote style of performance, and we shall look at just 4. You could find that where you have your clef, it's written octave, that way. 8 VE. This tells you that perform this music an octave lower. Perhaps it could be tenor voice. You perform an octave lower for a note to be parallel to soprano or alto. You could find it reading this way on this clef, this F clef, and you find that it is written octave. That is, you perform an octave higher. Perhaps it is tenor. You perform it just above the bass representation of the voice. So 8 VE, this one being the head, so you perform an octave higher. Perhaps you have this music, I'm drawing another stuff. So if you look at the music written on the board, you could find that you have this kind of a mark on one note. This symbol is called fermata. The fermata means that you hold on the note double the value. That is, you perform the note, double the value, its value. If it's a rest, you hold the rest, double its value, double the value. For example, there's a minima, so we're supposed to perform it, the value of a semibreathe. Do, re, mi, so, fa, re, do, ti, do. This is a fermata. We could have these marks also. Let me write this. A double bar with 2 dots there and another double bar here. Double bar with 2 dots, double bar with 2 dots. This requires you to repeat. The moment you see double bar with 2 dots, double bar with 2 dots, repeat from the repeat marks. Meaning our mode of performance will be do, re, mi, so, fa, re, do, ti, do. Do, re, mi, so, fa, re, do, ti, do. And then we shall be having another note over there. So we repeat once, and we could repeat several times depending on how many times that we denote with another symbol that I'm going to teach you later after. Now, having learned some musical terms and symbols as a beginner, I know that you can be able to read a piece of score and train it to people and perform it according to how it is written by the author. I suppose that you have learned something new today. Continue learning with the music tutor. I wish you good luck.